Welcome to Weekly-pedia Korea. Summer is just around the corner. Mountains in Korea have turned green and tree leaves and flowers have started to blossom, signaling the beginning of the warm season. As a guide for summer, Korea.net has launched a section on the best places in Seoul for walking, jogging, and biking. Their first spot is Hanyang-dosung, a fortress that once protected the Joseon Dynasty capital of Hanyang, or the old name for Seoul. A trail around the fortress is popular with Seoul residents. Korea.net staff writers walked along several trails around the fortress to discover a green and panoramic view of the capital. See the full video on Korea.net's YouTube channel. Now, let's take a look at how foreign residents enjoy summer in Korea through articles by honorary reporters. Hanano Yukiko from Japan wrote about kongguksu, or soy milk noodle soup, calling it the taste of Korean summer. John Kang-ni from Vietnam recommended going to beaches in Busan like Haeundae, Daedepo, and Gwangalli. Budo Hai-ha from Vietnam talked about bingsu, a popular shaved ice dessert with sweet toppings to beat the heat. And Kuno Misaki from Japan explained how Koreans love Americano, comparing the number of coffee shops in Korea and Japan. President Moon Jae-in last weekend departed for Europe with First Lady Kim Jung-sook, first to attend the summit of the Group of Seven or G7 economies. Their first stop was the UK for the G7 summit in Cornwall. President Moon held separate talks with Australia and Germany on responding to the pandemic and enhancing bilateral ties. He also held talks with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson and French President Emmanuel Macron shortly before flying to Austria on the second leg of his three-nation European tour. President Moon became the first Korean leader to visit Austria since both countries formed diplomatic relations in 1892. He told a news conference after his summit with Austrian President Alexander van der Bellen that his administration will actively push for cooperation in vaccine supply to North Korea. President Moon also held talks with Austrian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz, who called Korea a champion of overcoming the COVID-19 pandemic through the application of data collection and analytics technology. President Moon then headed for Spain, the final stop of his tour, in the first state visit to the European country by a foreign leader since the pandemic's outbreak last year. He and Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez discussed economic cooperation in their summit. That's it for this week's Weekly-pedia Korea. This is Kim Min-ji.